Players Championship could be maybe called the All-Star Weekend of golf, kicks off this Thursday in Florida, but it was just 1 year ago that PGA Tour Commissioner, that we're going to speak to right now, made that painful and abrupt decision to cancel all golfing events due to the pandemic. And though golf was among the last major sports to shut down, it was one of the first to return for more on golf's road to recovery. And of course, Tiger Woods. We're joined now in an exclusive interview by Jay Monahan, Commissioner of the PGA Tour. Commissioner, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me, Joe. Good morning.
Good morning. Let's start with Tiger. It's just because it's obviously front and center for a lot of people,
yes,
golf fans around the world. What do you know?
Well, I've been in communication with Tiger, and I've stayed close to many members of his team, and like so many others, we're just praying for his recovery, and we're just so grateful for the fact that he's on the road to recovery. That's the thing that's the most important thing. That's the only thing at this point in time, and hopefully we're going to continue to hear about more and more progress. But I also think that, for him, he wants everybody to know, all of our players, all of our staff, the sports world at large, the world at large, that the outpouring of love and support has meant an awful lot to him and has been so important as he recovers from his injuries.
I mean, he has said he plans on playing again. We all just went. I don't know if we're beyond the point now where we can start not just worrying that he's healthy for his kids and his life and everything else. Can we start talking about the type of injuries and whether he can have that Tiger-type swing if there's – can he heal to that point, the ankle injury or some of the others? Is it possible?
Listen, I think, Joe, his health, his recovery is the entire focus right now. And when he wants to talk about it and he's ready to talk about it, I'm sure he will. But for us, making sure he feels that love and that support from everybody is our focus right now.
Yeah, but knowing Tiger, you tell me.
You're not going. I'm not going to put anything past him. Of course, no one would.
That's what I mean. And what he's thinking about, I guarantee you, he's thinking about. I just knowing how competitive he is, I'm sure that's entered his mind. And he's asked doctors, how does this heal? When does it heal? What does this mean? What are the prospects for this? Because people, Jay, I've had it my entire life. They say, Craig Statler or whomever, Chris, you don't need to be an athlete to be a golfer. Really? Tell that to Bryson DeChambeau when you see someone hit it 500 yards. I mean, it helps with torque and everything in top physical shape.
We got 154 athletes out here today and out here this week at the Players Championship, the strongest field in the world. And to your earlier point, Joe, we've played 36 events since our return to golf, 22 in the super season. You look at the events of last week, Bryson battling Lee Westwood and others down the stretch. And, I think this has been a remarkable season, a remarkable time for our game. And we come into the Players Championship 1 year later, and we're excited to showcase this great venue and this great championship to the world.
Yeah, and we've pointed out in the past that the sport itself can be played with physical distancing, but not necessarily the fans, and that's what's been missing. And I guess you could do a 30% or 40% of normal occupancy. Could you do that, bringing fans back?
Yeah, we listen, this week we'll be at roughly 20%, so you'll see 10,000 fans a day. This is the 5th week where we've returned to fans, and as we look forward, we expect to increase off of that base. And yes, our sport lends itself extremely well to social distancing. I think these venues, this is a stadium golf course over several hundred acres, and we've put the same amount of thought and care, our leadership team here, into the return this week of fans as we have to every step in our return to golf. And it's an important time as the PGA Tour and all the sports return fans and take that important next step in our return to normalcy. We're really encouraged by that. And I got to tell you, having been out there for so many weeks without fans, particularly that week of the Waste Management Phoenix Open, seeing young kids along the rope lines and just seeing people so happy, it's we've missed them, and we look forward to having them back. We got the greatest fans in the world.
This is a great tournament because everybody knows it doesn't matter who's winning. You got to get through 17,
Yeah.
17 and 18. You got to get through both of those, so it's always great, and I can't wait to watch it. But there's not many silver linings of the pandemic, but how about 2 Masters in 6 months? That's not a bad deal either. That's coming up. Do you believe that?
Yeah, I mean, you think about it. We've called this our super season. You've got 7 big events. You had the Masters and the U.S. Open in the fall. This is the first of 5 this FedEx Cup season, this calendar year. We've got the Olympics at the end of July and the FedEx Cup at the end of August into September. So our fans are in for an unbelievable run. Our players are excited about it, and again, it's another opportunity to showcase our great sport.
Hey, Jake, I think most people know, but in terms of charity and what the PGA Tour has done over the years, have you been able to keep up with all the needs that you satisfy all around the country for all that money that goes to charities? Has it had to been cut back because you didn't have the revenue this year, or is it pretty close to previous years?
I would just tell you, Joe, that you think about the fact that we were shut down for 91 days and 13 tournaments, and we're fortunate to have great title sponsors, great tournament organizations in every single market, great media partners, and we worked really hard to try and find ways, even in events and in markets where we weren't able to stage the event, to be able to return some dollars for charity. So we generated $160 million for charity in the markets where we play our tournaments last year, which is down from $200 million the year prior. But we think that was an exceptional return in a year where we were challenged not only in the weeks we weren't playing, but we were staging these events without spectators, and that was really difficult. So again, kudos to our partners for making that happen. And now that we're returning fans, we see our ability to grow off of that number as we look to the end of 2021. We expect a great year on that front, and over time, we're going to more than make up for that.
What's a high? I know you played 17. What's your highest score on that hole? Or did you pick up?
No, I never pick up. It was double digits. But I think, to your point, Joe, we're looking at some, I think, winds of 8 to 16 miles an hour this week. We got a beautiful weather week in store, and it's going to give the players a lot to think about.
Dried out. Get that. I'd have to quit the game if I didn't pick up. I would. I'd have to quit the game. I'd still be out there. Someone else would be sitting here. Still be looking.
Joe,
as I go back and forth. Yeah. Go ahead.
I was going to say, the last thing I will say, you love this game, and you look back at last year and look back at this week. The fact that, golf was shut down for close to 2 months, but rounds of golf were up 14%. This renaissance resurgence is taking its way into 21, and we're excited to invite more and more people into this great game. People are making golf their thing right now.
I think a lot of people, it helped ease what we've all been through for the past year. I mean, a lot of people obviously are going through much tougher things, but psychologically, yes, to be able to get out there and clear your mind, it's definitely been a big help. Jay Monahan, thanks, and we'll be watching. Who you picking?
I'm not good at that. With 154 of the best players in the world, we're going to have a great champion. It's going to come right down to the end on Sunday. That's my prediction.
All right, Commissioner, thanks.
Thank you.
And don't be afraid. We'll see you soon.
I look forward to that.
There you have it. You'll see Thursday through Sunday a programming. Don't miss complete coverage of the Players Championship. Thursday through Sunday.